It's Unscripted. As you can see, my friend Darren is not with me again this week. We are missing him, but we do have a very special group here tonight from the Orland Park campus, the Orland Park boys. And we got a special thing for you guys tonight. Ready? 2, 3.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and desert you. You've been rickrolled.
You have been rickrolled. You've been rickrolled, people. I love that. So fun, man. I'm so excited for tonight. Hey, if this is your first time ever to a Parkview Students Experience. First, sorry we rickrolled you tonight. But make sure you text first time to 65649 to get connected, all right? Also, all season long, we have been celebrating the new hashtag World's Greatest Drink, which is root beer floats, right? Which is made up of two things, root beer and ice cream, which means all season long, we have been competing Team Ice Cream against Team Root Beer. And as you can see here, Team Root Beer currently has a 200-point lead on Team Ice Cream, but we are giving away up to 400 points tonight in a little game I like to call The Price is Right. So you guys ready to play? All right. So come on down to The Price is Right. Can I get 3 contestants, please? Oh, man. All right, fellas, make sure you stand back there. Let's make sure you guys are good to go. You're good to go. Contestant number 1, 2, and 3. Step up to your mic, please. Contestant number 1, tell me your name, sir.
Hi, I'm Cameron Knowles.
Cameron Knowles. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Nestle Crunch.
Ooh, fun and crunchy. Contestant number 2, your name, please.
My name is Tyler Ipama.
Tyler, and what is your favorite sports team?
Chicago Bears.
The Bears. Contestant number 3. Make sure you step up to the mic, sir. Your name?
Austin Centaur.
Austin Centaur. Your favorite video game to play?
Super Mario Kart.
Super Mario Kart. All right, so in your hands, you guys have a whiteboard, correct? And on your whiteboard, sorry, not in your whiteboard, that would be weird. All right, on your whiteboard, you are going to guess the price of something that I'm going to reveal to you
$4.
right now. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. I need to make sure I don't. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit about it, and then you can guess. Are you ready to hear the description of this? It's the Shrek 3 bundle. Feel like an all-star with your very own thrifted copy of Shrek 3 on DVD in commemorative McDonald's drinking glass featuring your 3 favorite ogre babies, Fergus, Farkle, and Felicia. Everyone will be jealous that you're kicking it swamp style. All this can be yours if the price is right.
Because we all know the third Shrek film is the best one.
Correct. All right, so with that being said, Cameron, how are you feeling about this prize? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Is this something that you really want?
I mean,
Absolutely. That was a dumb question. Am I right? All right, Cameron, show me your bid for this item. How much do you think this is? $12. Contestant number 2, Tyler, what do you think your bid is? $7. And contestant number 3, $10.
that's the wrong way.
We got a minor situation here, folks. Because it's here. I'm gonna erase that.
Why?
It's less than $7, so you're all gonna guess again.
I got it technically.
Well, no, because you're still over. All right, sorry about that, folks. We're having a little technical difficulties here in studio tonight. So, Cameron, new bid, please.
Does it come with the Shrek DVD?
It does, but it's less than $7, and you have to be under $7. All right? Contestant number 1, Cameron. Tell me, what's your new bid?
$5.
$5, Bob. Tyler, $3. Another $5 bid. We do have somebody who's winning because the actual price of this item is $4. Tyler, come on down to The Price is Right. All right, folks, so here's what's going on. Tyler, how are we doing?
Good.
Tyler, you doing good?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing so much?
Because the Bears are going to win on Sunday.
The Bears are going to win on Sunday, and that's funny because the Bears hardly win anymore. I think that's funny, too. All right. I do like Justin Fields, but it's a tough season for the Bears so far. All right, so let's not get into that. We can do that another time over coffee, okay? So here's what's going to happen. You are going to have 1 minute on the clock, and you have to stack all of these cups. 10 on the bottom, you make your way up to 1. 10 on the bottom. You ready? 1 minute on the clock. 3. No, it's all right. You can get started. Doesn't matter to me. 3, 2, 1. Make sure you cheer on your teammate. We got Tyler here. Tyler's trying to get 200 points for Team Ice Cream. Tyler, you're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. You got 50 seconds. 10 on the bottom. 10 on the bottom. Good try. 10 on the bottom. You're going to do great. You're going to do great. Oh, man, you're making me nervous with this weird zigzaggies. Oh, man, 35 seconds. Folks, our producer, Isaac Sutton, made this maybe a little too difficult tonight. So if you got any complaints, make sure you're not sending those complaints to me. Send them to the man upstairs, if you know what I mean. All right, so Tyler, do you think he has a chance to do it?
There's only 20, so it's not looking too good right now.
Not looking too good right now. How about you, sir?
Oh, he's not gonna do it at all.
Wow, not a lot of confidence from the crowd back here. But Tyler, I believe in you, but you do only have 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tyler! Tyler, it's a good effort. It's a good effort. You want to help me tear these down? Here's what's going to happen, Tyler. First of all, Tyler, how hard was that?
That was pretty hard.
It was difficult?
A little bit.
What made it so difficult tonight, sir?
There's a lot of cups.
There's a lot of cups. All right, Tyler, here's the thing. Please silence from the contestants. Thank you so much. Hey, Tyler, here's what's going to happen. I'm feeling generous. So I'm going to give Team Ice Cream 100 points for your good effort. Team Ice Cream, great job. Hey, I need a new contestant down on The Price is Right. All righty. Okay, contestant number 3. What's your name, sir?
Quinn O'Brien.
Quinn O'Brien. How you doing, Quinn O'Brien?
Tired.
Are you a Bears fan?
I'm not a sports fan.
Good for you. Good for you. So what do you
very
enjoy doing in your spare time, sir?
I watch a lot of YouTube.
You've been watching Rickroll, huh?
No, he's watching
No.
No? Did I say that right? Is it Rickroll?
Yes.
I love it. All right, so here we go. 3 contestants. We got one more prize.
Okay,
Are you ready? Drum roll, please.
What is it?
Oh,
Keep in mind, there's a gift card in here as well. Okay? Let me tell you a little bit about it before you guys put your bids in. Okay? It's Nick Clayson's ice cream! Stolen right out from under the nose of our on-campus student pastor.
Sorry, Nick.
This personalized ice cream bowl and novelty shake container are sure to be the life of any party. Take them to the creamery with your very own gift card and confuse the employees there as you demand a refill. But only if
The price is right.
the price is right. Cameron, are you ready to show us your bid, sir?
Yes.
All right, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, sad.
I'm ready.
All right.
$7. Contestant number 2, your bid, please.
I think maybe it could be a bit $20.
$20.
That looks
Whoa,
like a pretty
Bob.
good system there.
Contestant number 3.
I'm thinking $12 on the spot.
$12 on the spot. Ding, 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 ding. Dial it up. Look at the actual price of this item, folks. $12. Cameron, come on down. Quinn. Sorry about that, folks. Quinn, come on down. I got a special game for you. Here's the thing, folks. Quinn is going to be playing a game to win 200 points for his team, Team Root Beer. Wah, wah. All right, so Quinn, here's what you're going to do. It's a good old-fashioned game that many of your parents know how to play, and so do I. Don't judge. It's called Flip Cup. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to flip this, and you're going to try to get it to land either this way or this way. Feeling generous tonight 3 times in a minute. Doesn't have to be in a row. Are you ready to go?
All right. Sounds good.
Do you feel confident?
No.
I love that. 1 minute on the clock. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, and you can use the same cup too. He's got 1.
I will only
You can use the same cup or you can use different cups.
Cream.
Totally up to you, Quinn.
Okay. Better make the
Quinn,
right
2.
decision.
Is that 3? Folks, that was easy. Quinn, 200 points. You guys can come on down to your
I'll
seat.
be cheering for you if you were ice cream.
Quinn, 200 points. Team Root Beer is really starting to run away with this thing, folks. Let's get a score update here. 838. But keep in mind, Tyler was such a great sport, did such a great job, that I'm giving Team Ice Cream. Oops, that's the wrong way, folks. Sorry about that. I'm giving Team Ice Cream 100 points as well. So Team Root Beer up 300 points on Team Ice Cream, which means that next week we have a very special episode where it's going to be very spooky up in here. And Team Ice Cream, you're going to have to come back next week. And if you're watching, make sure next week at your home group, your small group, that you are dressing up for Halloween. It's going to be an amazing time. Hey, also, tomorrow is Instagram Takeover, but let me bring you into a little secret of mine. Darren's gone. Nick's gone. Lizzie's in Hawaii. I'm here, and I did it last week, and I know I love hanging out with you guys, but you don't want to hang out with me 2 weeks in a row. So here's what's happening. Let me know in the chat on YouTube if you would rather hang out with Matt Willard or our special resident, Lexi Barton. Okay, so let us know in the chat. Matt Willard for Instagram Takeover or Lexi Barton. We'll find out, and we'll update you tomorrow at Parkview Stewman on Instagram. And to find out who you're hanging out with, go there. Hey, also, every Wednesday night after the stream, we are hanging out on Twitch. We're playing video games. Isaac's going to be jumping on tonight, playing all sorts of games. You can go to twitch.tv/Parkview Stewman to hang out with him there. Make sure you jump in. It's going to be a great time. Also, let's turn it over to the chat for a really quick second. A lot of stuttering tonight. Don't you think? That can happen, right? Doing my best. That's all you can ask for. Lizzie says aloha from Hawaii. Incredible. Josh Schneider saying, hi, Sam. Don't tell the others, but you are my favorite member of the Parkview Students team.
Brownie points right there.
Josh Schneider. You're my favorite, Josh Schneider. Also, Nick Clayson says, Joey, you guys are doing amazing tonight. Nick Clayson, I love that. Hey to Nick, hey to Lizzie, hey to Josh. Hey, everybody hanging out in the chat. But before we roll tonight's episode, we do have one more thing that we want to tell you guys. Don't forget to...
Live, laugh, and love people.
Woo! Yeah!
So here's the thing. I'm willing to make myself look ridiculous if you look ridiculous with me, just so we can show Jesus we have some fun. All right, here we go. When night has fallen, when fear is coming, still you're calling me. When faith is lost and my hope exhausted, you will be my strength. 'Cause when my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. 'Cause I've decided I'm not giving up. You won't give up on me. No, you won't give up on me. Come on. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. All right, we'll jump. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let me go. No, I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. In every season, you keep repeating promises to me. Now there's no stopping what you have started till it is complete. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. 'Cause I've decided I'm not giving up. You won't give up on me. No, you won't give up on me. Come on. Like an echo, come on. Your love is holding on and it won't let me go. No, feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. Echo in my I'm not good enough. God, you're enough for me. 'Cause I've decided I'm not giving up. You won't give up on me. You won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go, no. I feel it breaking out, breaking out. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let me go, no. I feel it breaking out. Echo in my soul. Come on, get the O's. So, echo in my soul. So, there you go. Woo!
How many of you have a favorite sport that you watch? Now, how many of you have a favorite sports team? That could be soccer, football, basketball, hockey, or maybe even cheer. For me, it is basketball. I absolutely love that sport, and I honestly feel like I've always loved that sport since I came out of my mother's womb. Now, that might be too much information for you, but my favorite team is the Los Angeles Lakers for many reasons. One, I'm from Los Angeles, and I love the colors yellow and purple. I remember when I was young, my mom would buy all of our siblings jerseys that we get to put on, and obviously mine was Kobe Bryant, number 8, and we won back-to-back championships. And I can't tell you how elated and how thrilled I was to be able to watch not only my favorite team, but my favorite players. During that time, it was Kobe and Shaq. And they were like yin and yang. Kobe did what Shaq couldn't do, and Shaq did what Kobe didn't do, but together they worked really, really well. But now, if you're just sitting here and you're thinking maybe in your seat what your favorite team is or what your favorite sport is, I want you to think just for a second about the best game your team has ever played. I got mine in my head, and I hope you got yours. They scored all the touchdowns. Maybe they did all the plays correctly. They made every shot. They drove in run after run after run. I mean, they just did their thing. And I can just imagine how you felt in that moment. Maybe you felt like me when Kobe and Shaq won championships back to back, excited, thrilled, elated. Maybe for you, you just stood back in amazement just of how awesome everything panned out. Maybe you jumped out of your chair, you high-fived your mom and dad, or your aunt or your uncle, your brother or your sister. You ran around the room and made no effort to keep it down. No, it was no way you were gonna keep anything like this to yourself. Your reaction on the outside matched the emotion that you felt on the inside, and you responded to that. You weren't thinking about how to react. Your love for your team just brought it out of you. It actually brought the best out of you. Now, I want you to think about the worst game you've ever seen your team play. I mean, they couldn't score a touchdown to save their life. The shots looked so bad, it was like they were trying to miss on purpose. Maybe you threw your hands up and just walked away in disgust, or maybe you just held your head because you just had such a headache because of what you were watching. Your reaction on the outside matched the emotion on the inside in response to what your team did. Now, just hang in there with me for just a moment, because now instead of your favorite team, I want you to think about God. Now, I know this might be a little of a hard turn for you, but here's why. All throughout this series, we have been talking about how we can love and connect with an invisible God. How we can build these habits into our lives that will make knowing and relating to God happen more naturally. And isn't that what we all want? And today, we are going to talk about something that we do almost every time we are in church together. We're going to talk about something that might look strange to someone who isn't familiar with the church, but something that, if we better understand it, can help us know God in a whole new way. So today, we are going to talk about worship. A lot of us would describe worship as being that time at the beginning of church service where the band and the choir comes out to sing about or to God. And that may not seem weird to people who have been in church for a while, but to a lot of people, the idea of singing to God might seem, I don't know, you can say it with me, a little different, a little strange. Sure, we may have been to concerts or even sung at the top of our lungs in the car. I know I have, especially when I went to the Beyonce concert, because it was just everything. But those songs are usually about someone getting their heart broken, making some money, or going out with their friends. Isn't that true? So when it comes to singing songs to God or other things we see people doing during the designated worship time, it can sometimes feel strange and odd and weird. You may find yourself asking questions like, why do people raise their hands during worship? If I do decide to raise my hands, when can I put my hands down? Is there gonna be a cue of when I can do that? Some people cry when they sing at church. What if I never cry? What if I don't like or know the song? Am I still supposed to sing? Am I supposed to stand up or sit down the whole time? Or maybe, just maybe, what if I don't know God? Can I sing songs about Him and to Him still? Is worshiping just singing? What if I can't sing at all? What if I don't even like to hear myself sing? Or maybe you're asking, well, what about those, strange lyrics that sometimes show up? You know the ones I'm talking about, like worthy is the lamb that was slain, or wash me in your blood. Now, is that what worship is all about? Or is there more to it? Well, just like everything that we have talked about in this series, worship is a way for us to connect to God better and to love God better. At its core, worship is simply responding rightly to God, as in making sure God is the main thing, our top priority, the ultimate being. Just think about it for a moment. We respond to things all the time. Think again about the sports team. For me, it's the LA Lakers that you all care all about, because I know you all are fans as well. You talk about it. You jump around when they do well, and you mope around when they do horrible. You let it play a significant role in your life. Sports aren't the only thing we do this in response to. We cry during our favorite movie. Hello, Titanic. Or we get in a really good mood when we are listening to our favorite song. We talk about the weather when it feels good outside, and we text all of our friends that new TikTok that we just discovered. We respond to things all the time. Not only that, we respond to things all the time without thinking. You just do it out of reaction. How many of you have ever gotten stung by a jellyfish? I have. You don't have to think too much about it to respond. You just say, ouch! I just got stung, somebody help, call 911. The point is that there are some things in life that we respond to with a natural reaction because of what it did to us. Also, we respond to things based on our experience. Here's what I mean by that. While you now jump for joy when your favorite sports team does well, you probably didn't always do that. What probably happened is that a family member or a friend responded that way, and that's how you learned how to respond. The point is, there are some things in life that we respond to because we've observed others reacting to it in such an incredible way. Whether we respond without thinking or a response comes from something we've seen, I think we all can relate to this idea of worship in some way or another. And today, we want to talk about it in a way that makes it more than just something we do when our team does well. We want to talk about worship as it relates to God and who He is, a way that might help make it feel less weird or strange when we do it or observe others do it. At about the middle part of the Bible, there is a book called Psalms. And the book of Psalms is filled with, yeah, you got it, Psalms, which are basically a collection of songs and poems used for worship. You could describe Psalms as a kind of a super important playlist of music. And just like the best playlist that you and I know, there are Psalms for every kind of mood. There are songs for laughter, sadness, joy, heartbreak, wisdom, and so much more. In this book, we get to see God's people worshiping Him, kind of like we do here at church. In Psalms chapter 95, we read this: "Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before Him with thanksgiving and extol Him with music and song." Now, this is a very Bible-esque language. Just bear with me for a moment. But you can get the point. The writer of the psalm is saying they are singing because the Lord was their salvation. I mean, He was their everything. They were singing with thanksgiving in their heart because God actually saved them from something, because God did something not only with them, but for them. They are responding on the outside, singing because of the emotion, the joy that they felt on the inside, because of something God had done. And He saved His people. In other words, the psalmist recognized that God was the source of this great thing that had happened. And they wanted Him to know they recognized Him and the work that He did. In the same way, this psalmist song reminds us that nothing in the world is more deserving of our praise and worship than God. So we do things like sing songs because music has the power to take what we are feeling on the inside and demonstrate it on the outside. It puts words to our emotions and feelings. It captures a mood we maybe can't quite capture with words alone. Just think about it for a moment. Music fires us up on the field or in the weight room. Music can make us happy when we've had the worst of the worst days. Music can help us focus while we are trying to do homework or while we are cleaning up our room. Music can even be played in the background of a message like this. And for some reason, that makes us focus in more intently. You know, God created music, and God knows that music is emotional. So it helps us channel our response to who He is, but not just who He is, what He has done. The reason we collectively sing songs about God at church is to focus our emotions on Him. As a group, we declare that we are not a bunch of random people who meet just for the sake of meeting. No, we are people who worship God for who He is and what He has done. But worship is not just about emotions. It's also about humility. Whether you are worshiping privately or in a group, worship is a way of declaring, God, you are greater. I mean, so much greater than we are. You are bigger and better than we can imagine. Worship focuses our attention in one direction, and that direction is God. However, music isn't the only way we can worship God. In fact, a guy by the name of Paul writes about worship in a completely different way. He goes to say, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. In other words, yes, worship is singing songs and participating that way. But worship is also bigger than that. It's a way to live in light of who God is. It's not simply about music. It's not even just about emotion. Worship is about living for God. It is about responding to who He is and what He has done in all the areas of not only your life, but the lives of the other people around you. It's about getting God out of the church box we might put Him in and seeing Him as a part of our everyday life. And when we see worship this way, we see how powerful it can be. Because worshiping God helps us know Him better. Because worshiping God includes saying and repeating what we know is true about God. It reminds us of who He is and what He has done. And let's be honest, just for a second, we could all use a reminder sometimes. So whether your worship is through singing, praying, or serving, reading, walking, or anything else, remember that all of it is a chance to acknowledge who God is and what God has done. That's worship. That's a habit worth getting into. So, this week, let's work on changing the way we think about worship from just being a 15-minute time slot on a Sunday. Let's try to see it instead as a time slot in our everyday lives. Everything you do every day can be an act of worship because everything you do every day can be a response to God and who He is. Here are some ideas on how you can get started. First, get a Spotify playlist going of worship music and listen as you are working, studying, running, doing chores, etc. Another thing you can do is pick an activity you love to do each day this week, and instead of just completing it, do it as an act of worship. Meaning, find ways to do that activity in a way that would honor God. Maybe you pick sports practice and you choose to be extra encouraging to your teammates as a way to honor God. Maybe you choose to use your chores as an act of worship. You choose to thank God for the dishes you wash as an act of worship, or just not complain to your stepmom or dad as an act of worship. You are basically choosing one activity a day and turning up the God value on that activity. Or maybe try this one. Pay attention to the things that get your attention. You see something beautiful? Acknowledge God being the one behind it. Enjoying time with your friends? Remember, God created relationships and wants you to enjoy them. Every experience you have this week, use it as a chance to learn more about who God is and what God is like. Listen, no matter what you end up doing or where you end up doing it, whether it is at school, your home, or somewhere else in your community, make that your place of worship. It honors God when you do everything you do as if you are working for the Lord. Because the reality is you are, and when you do everything in response to God, you are worshiping Him. When you worship Him, you begin to live how He lives. When you begin to live how He lives, you know Him better. Worshiping God helps us know Him better. Worship isn't only about when we sing, but singing together is a great way to worship. There is something really meaningful and powerful about a whole bunch of people saying the same words to God that we love. So let's close by singing a worship song together, reminding ourselves what God is like and why He is worthy of our attention and praise. It's not the only way to worship, but it's a great way to make God the center of your attention. And it's a great way to remind yourself that He is worth worshiping in all the areas of your life.